Hey, Coach Tim here with the four best ways to do your keyword and content research for your website, but really your social media and all your posts. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is it's pretty simple. The first three are kind of all the same and can be generalized to be the question websites. Websites like Quora, answerthepublic.com can give you what people are asking. What your marketplace is asking is infinitely more interesting and up-to-date intel on the marketplace. It's much closer. And if you go to these places, you'll get questions that maybe you weren't aware of. Just as a bonus, you can also go to Google Trends to kind of plug some of that in and see what people are talking about. But on the other side is good old Google. Go to Google on every one, type in whatever, dentist or real estate, whatever your subject is, and it'll say people ask. Open those up and you'll see a bunch of questions that people are asking about your subject. Now, hey, a little break real quick. Stay tuned. I'll give you the very best source of content and keyword research there is, and it's right at your fingertips, so hang tight. But right now I am walking. I haven't walked. I'm coming back on the steps challenge. I haven't walked in a while because I'm getting over a cold and didn't want to come out and get cold while I have a cold. So here I am, and I am walking in, I'll show you guys again, the atmospheric river over LA. And atmospheric river is pouring down water. Literally, Southern California is in a state of emergency from the governor. Luckily, we're not flooding anywhere yet right here in Torrance, but knock on wood, right? So what is the number one thing that you can do? Well, the number one thing that you could do is, for your content and your keyword research, is, I'm going to add to it actually. What I just did was I'm piggybacking what's going on. Most people in America have probably heard that LA's under a flood. Maybe not, but probably in the news. In fact, Southern California, like a legit flood down in San Diego, I saw in today's Instagrams. But what you want to do is piggyback, right? I think it was John Caples said, enter the conversation going on in your customer's mind. And so he was talking about, problems and scratching an itch that the marketplace has. But doing that kind of enters into a kind of a yes set in people's minds. Like, oh yeah, they're flooding in LA, I heard that. And automatically they go, yeah, and they're kind of lining up with you. In neuro-linguistic programming or Tony Robbins, you'll hear these guys talk about pacing and leading. So it's kind of pacing. I call it piggybacking a story. And that's really what this final best method is. It's along the FAQ idea. And that is that we want to do our FAQs, right? And you can go out and research what the marketplace is asking. But the best place is your last conversation. What did you just do? What did you just answer? Somebody called you, you answered a question, that's intel. So share it. If you gave that person advice, share this advice, that advice I should say, with your peeps, on your posts, on your videos, on whatever that you do to put out your content. They just gave you a gift. right? So whether they do business with you or not, doesn't matter, because you're repurposing that moment in time for multiple ways and reasons, right? And now your content is constantly growing and compounding on one event that you may or may not have gotten paid on directly, but you certainly will if you use it again and again. I've said this in different ways, what I'm saying right now, many times, and will continue to, because it is the best, and it is the marketplace better than any keyword research tool, any content creator, right? The other thing that I failed to mention was you can ask the question inside of ChatGPT or Bard or any of these other ChatGPTs. That's a no-brainer. Why would you do that? And literally do it if you're doing articles in question form. Google will like that. They like kind of adds to this notion of EATT, which I don't put a whole lot of trust in, but as the be all end all, but it is useful depending on what idea that you want to place it under. So with that, I will leave you. I hopefully that what you'll do is you'll take your FAQs and then look at how now go to a keyword tool. Instead of starting with a keyword tool, go to a keyword tool and see how you can grab some words that people are using, and now you could kind of sculpt it to something more compelling for the audience that's following you to see. Anyway, this is Coach Tim out. I'm going to go enjoy my rain.